Welcome to my YouTube channel where we demonstrate and discuss everything related to theatrical and entertainment production crafts. Please subscribe to get the latest updates, posts, and demonstrations. While I will focus primarily on safety in the shops and comprehensive training and operating procedures for tools and machinery, I'll also demonstrate and discuss practical applications like flat and platform construction, scene painting, and more. If you'd like to see something specific, please let me know in the comments. Once again, please subscribe and power up the alert bell to get the most up-to-date notifications about new content. Here's where it gets to be fun. Let's say you're going to build your platforms out of 2x4 instead of 1x6. You have two options. You can either use 3-inch drywall screws or 3-inch construction screws, or you can get a framing nailer and nail them together. If you use a framing nailer, of course, you won't be able to modify your platform in the future, but a framing nailer would be faster. We'll mark our 2x4. Now with our 2x4, we only need 2 screws, one right there and one right there. Again, stay away from this zone here. Avoid the corners. Avoid the corners altogether. Stay down the center. You've got a full 1.5 inch width here to screw into, and you want to go down that center. Without a pilot hole, without a pre-drill, this is going to take a lot of muscle to get into the piece of 2x4. If it's a soft piece of 2x4 like these two pieces are, we're not going to have as much of a struggle. If it's a really wet or dense piece of 2x4, it's going to be a lot more work. Now, I make that look easy because I've done this a lot for the last 25, 30 years. But it's not easy. First time doing it, you're going to strip a lot, you're going to skip, you're going to slip and smash into your hand. You're going to have a lot of trouble driving your 3-inch screws without a pilot hole. Flush that up. Get myself another screw. And there we are. There's our 2x4 platform corner construction. Here's an older piece of 2x4. We're going to use this one and pre-drill. So I'm going to mark my wood, mark my center, put my 2 positions. I'm going to demonstrate 2 ways here. I'm going to demonstrate with the 1/8 inch drill bit, in which case the 3-inch screw still has to bite into this piece as well as that piece. And I'm going to do it with the 11/64 drill bit. The bottom one is the 1/8 inch drill bit. The top one is the 11/64 drill bit. The 3-inch drywall screw. You'll see this first one, the 3-inch drywall screw, almost goes through. Actually, it doesn't. So I should actually go up 1 size bigger. All right, let's change that out. Our drywall screws are usually number 6 diameter screws, and they have wider number 8 heads. That's why they fit so cleanly into the 11/64. But when we get to the larger screws and we get to the construction screws, they usually bump up to number 8 screws, and the number 8 does not want to slip and slide into that 11/64. It prefers the 3/16 or bigger. So I went and gotten the 3/16 drill bit. Now my screw will slide in there almost. It's gripping a little bit. I could go up one size bigger, but I'm gonna just stick with that for now. I was hoping it would slide freely, but it's not. So this one, I'm not gripping in this piece so much at all. I'm really only gripping into this bottom piece. That's gonna make it so much easier for me to drive my screw, as opposed to this second one that I only drilled an 1/8 inch hole in. Now my threads are going to grip into this piece as well as the bottom piece. You see the drill is already working and I haven't even gotten into the piece I'm attaching to. That's really very little difference from not driving a pilot hole at all. I did almost as much work as if I was going straight through the 2x4 without any pilot hole. And of course, I have the option to attach up my 2 pieces of 2x4 with a framing nailer. Again, 2 nails for a 2x4 is just fine. If I go from 2x4 to 2x6, then I want 3 or 4 nails or 3 or 4 screws. But a 2x4 should be just fine with 2 at each point. And this one's got a lot of bounce. It would probably be better if I had some pressure here so it wasn't bouncing around. Gets it a little bit more under the surface there. That's a little bit better. This one I'll have to come back with a hammer and hammer it down because my whole wood bounced away from me while I did it. All right, so you've got all those methods of attaching your platforms together, whether it's 1x6 platforms or 2x4 platforms. It's a variety of choices. Use what works for you and what works best for your shop and what works best for your longevity. I don't like 2x4 platforms. I think they're heavier than they need to be, but we'll build a couple of each in the platform construction video to just demonstrate the different methods and construction techniques. And you can pick and choose which one works best for you.